good evening. My name is Merlin,
And I'm James.
and this is Trash Talk Tall Tales, where we sometimes just talk trash to you. Check out our Spotify. We're on there now. Also, we upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. James?
Yeah, I got a topic for us today, man. It's a little bit of a rabbit hole. We're going to get into it. The illusion that we're living in nowadays, man, with even how we work, how we pay bills, and how we just go about this life doing the same thing over and over again. Have you ever thought to yourself that we never really own anything on this earth?
Oh. I have.
So,
Actually.
yeah, it's once you start thinking about it, it's kind of crazy in a way, because you can sit up here and pay your mortgage for 20 years on time, month after month, never miss a day, never late on one day. Mess around and miss 3 payments in a row and see what happens to your house. It ain't gonna be yours no more.
Or better yet, pay your house off and miss your taxes.
Oh, please do. See
what
if they
happens.
won't seize that house really quickly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I've heard in other countries to where they actually, if you pay off your land, it's actually yours.
Really?
Not here. Yeah, I have heard that recently, actually. If you pay off your land or whatever, it's yours for generations.
Wow, yeah, that's not the case here. And if you dive a little bit deeper into it, let's even thinking about even the car that you own. Think about what you actually got to have to drive that car on the road. You got to have a license and a tag,
Don't forget
and
insurance.
you have to renew that every single year for that car
Yeah. After you pay for it. After it's yours. After
after it's yours.
rabbit ears yours.
And the thing is, with that is, you have to have that tag every year. It's a money grab, basically. It's a money grab.
I agree.
And not only that, just think about, why would your license expire
Expire.
after you pass the test? Unless you change your address or anything like that, why would you need another license? You're not taking the test again. I mean, maybe you can update the picture or whatnot, but it's a money grab. Exactly.
100%.
It's
I agree.
It's
100%.
all about the dollars. So
It's a shame.
I just thought about it. It's like we're out here, everybody's out here, and we're going to these jobs or these careers that we're, placing all our energy and effort into. And I'm not saying, stay at home and don't do anything, but everybody has to make a living. I get that.
Of course.
But here's another thing I thought about with work. You can be early for 1,000 days. Clock in early and be the first person there at work. Mess around, be late for a week and see what happens.
Yep.
They'll be ready to fire you.
Easily replaceable.
Easily replaceable. So a lot of us are going to these jobs that are really putting us in the grave early, with stress and everything else. We're going there to chase this fantasy of we're going to have X, Y, and Z, and we're going to be able to keep it. But there's no guarantees in life. And whenever we're, talking about going into the great beyond or whatnot, one thing I've always heard is you never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Absolutely.
You're not
Absolutely.
going
Never
to take
seen it.
any of this stuff with you. In fact, your relatives are going to be fighting over what you leave them.
Yep. Brings out the worst
But
in people.
we are going to these jobs that can lay us off or fire us at a moment's notice, at no notice, really. And we're doing all the things we need to do for them. I'm not saying that we don't need to do a good job while we're there. I'm not saying that, we don't need to go to work. I'm not saying all that. But what I'm saying is a lot of us are out here chasing the titles and everything that comes with these jobs and careers. And it's literally putting us in the ground early just because of stress.
Most
And
of the time, I'm sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no. I'm ready to hear this.
No, most of the time, you give them 2 weeks notice, they're ready to let you go.
Exactly.
They will not give you 2 weeks notice when it's time for you to go. Guaranteed.
Not at all.
They're not going to say in 2 weeks, hey, we're going to let you go.
No. And that's the thing. Like I just started thinking about that at one point. It's it's so crazy that we work all our lives to get money that we end up basically giving back to the bank that loaned us the money in the first place. It's a continuous cycle. Yeah, there we go. It's a cycle. We get the mortgage from the bank. We pay them off. They get the interest from it. Then even whenever we, get cars, we get loans from the bank to get the car or whatnot. Or the dealership lets you finance through them, but they're also getting that money from the bank. Like the business that is giving you those cars or letting you purchase those cars are getting their money from a bank more than likely.
Absolutely.
Everybody is paying the bank.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it is just insane to me that everyone just is, I don't know if everyone's okay with it, but we just go along with it.
I just think it's a system we've just gotten used to.
Yeah, and the thing is with the system, we do have the ability to change it. Now, we've had this conversation a little bit before. What if we all just decided not to pay our taxes?
Anarchy, chaos.
Right. Or would it really be chaos? It wouldn't be chaos for us because all we're doing is not paying some taxes. But at the same time, it would be anarchy for them because they're counting on that money from us. Now, it's funny, they get the money from us.
True.
But we don't have any say-so where that money goes.
We're powerless.
Powerless, completely. And I'm going to say this, and I don't want to get too much into the political spectrum, but it doesn't matter who you voted for. Your ideas about where that money should go ends with your vote. Like your representative is going to make up their mind. I know Marlon's chomping at the bit here because he wants to get into it. But like I said, we're not going to,
because we don't talk politics.
We don't talk politics in here.
Politics.
But I'm just saying your ideas for whatever you had stops at that representative. So the thing is
local representative. It starts with a local
state,
representative.
Whatever. Oh, we're gonna get back on topic because we don't want to go into politics because we could.
Continue.
But yeah, it just seems funny to me that we're all doing this and we just accept it. We just accept that, yeah, whenever I pay off my house for 30 years, you've paid on this for 30 years and you've probably paid 2 or 3 times what it's worth.
True.
And
100%.
You still don't own it.
No.
If you miss that tax payment on that house, it is gone to the highest bidder, it seems like.
Yeah.
So all that money, all that time, all that rushing to get to work, them days you were thinking you was going to be late, trying to hurry up and do this, you missing time with your family. Cause let's just be honest, they're not going to give you that much vacation. They're not.
I was just about to say, use your PTO.
Yeah, but how much you going to get?
Oh, not enough compared
not
to
enough, no.
life. Not at all. Not at all.
And let's, I was just going to say, let's just be honest too. Like, mess around, get sick of the job. See how long they keep you. Like, there's plenty of people out here who get, cancer or long-term illnesses that they can't work. And guess what? It doesn't matter what you did for that company for 5, 10, 15 years.
You can get a card.
A card? What's a card?
A card. They're gonna sign a card. Everybody's gonna sign it, and that's the end of it. You can get a card. That's it.
That's true. But when they decide your FMLA or whatever your leave is out, and you don't have an excuse for getting any more leave, your job's gone. And they're gonna sit up there and say, "Hey, there's a job posted on the job board." And even if the stress from that job puts you in the ground, they're not even gonna have a moment of silence for you at that job. They're not even, when they get on that meeting, they're like, well, so-and-so passed, but his position is now open. So
next.
Yeah.
They're going to post that job that afternoon.
Oh, if not that second afterwards, they've been, and probably tell you the truth, they've been working on trying to get you fired for a long time and they couldn't figure out how to do it. Yeah. So
let's bring in another guy we can pay less. Save money.
Yes. We can bring in 3 people and pay them 3 times as less as what we paid you. And it just happens. But you sit up here and give all your time, all your energy, and your effort to this company when they don't have the same loyalty to you. And it's not just certain companies. If you think about it,
I think it's all companies.
it's all of them.
It's all about the bottom
And
line.
and I understand a business has to operate and function well. I get that. They do have a bottom line. But where is the human aspect in any of this?
There
You
isn't
know,
one.
it's just no. And think about this. You would think water is a necessity, right? Especially here in America.
I mean,
Mess
no,
around, don't pay the water bill.
no, water's a necessity everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, well, true. True.
Everywhere. You can't go nowhere
True.
without water. You can't go anywhere
No.
without water. That's a
No.
necessity, 100%.
So think about this. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just on the biological aspects. Your body, we're majority water.
We're majority water. Yeah. So you mess around, don't pay that water bill. Guess what? Water's off. And it doesn't matter how many times you pay that thing on time before. You can pay it 150 months in a row on time, every single time. Miss a month, they'll be ready to
Go
cut it
to a
off.
lake. You better go
Yep.
to a lake.
And is that not sad? In a way, that's not sad. Like, they are not taking any of the humanness into consideration. Like, they don't even call you and be like, hey, you didn't pay your bill this month. We see that you have paid your bill on time for X amount of months. Is there
They don't have
something
time
going
for that.
on?
They don't have time for that. They don't have time.
Yeah,
for
you're
that.
right.
At the bottom line, they got to make that money. 100%.
They got to make that money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Same with
another
the
thing.
heat.
Yep, same thing with the electricity.
Yeah.
You know what I
they
thought
know
was
it's cold outside.
Yeah, but they don't care.
No,
Miss it.
not at all. Not at all. No, I dare you.
Yeah,
I
I
dare
dare you to miss it. See if they don't let you freeze to death.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
gonna
they
let
will.
you freeze to death. Absolutely, and they're gonna tell your company, that, "Hey, sign a card."
Yeah, yep. Send it to your family. Put
Yep,
20
pretty
bucks in
much.
there if you got it. If not, don't worry about it.
Pretty much.
Yep.
But go ahead. What were you about to say?
I was gonna say another thing I think is funny too. Like, you can look at your usage when it comes to internet usage, like how many gigabytes you're using.
Yeah.
You can't do that for your water and your electricity. You kind of
can read
just
the
got to.
meter.
Yeah, but who's gonna do that? Who can do that? And who's to say that that meter? Oh, here I'm about to go off now. Who's to say the meter they put in place is actually reading the right stuff? Yeah. So you every month that you're paying that bill, you're taking their word for it.
Yeah.
That's the
100%.
that's the usage that you're taking their word for it. You don't think that they could be skimming you a little bit off the top?
Of course they are. Of course they are. I mean, I think that's probably normal, to be honest with you. I mean, when you balance your checkbook and you missing a couple pennies, do you raise saying about it? No, you say,
No.
"Oh, I made a mistake somewhere."
Exactly.
So I mean, so if they add a couple pennies here and there, nobody's gonna pay attention.
And just think if they're doing that to 300 million households, how much money that is.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
But I just think it's funny. We all just sit up here and we just accept it. We all just go with the flow. We all just say, "Hey, this is the way it is. This is a system that we're working in, and we're going to do it to the best of our ability." And it's just
I've always thought that the power is in the people. The power is in the people. Now, like I said, we're not going to get political. We don't do politics. We do not do politics.
we're not.
But divide and conquer. 100% divide and conquer. Have you hating your neighbors? They're not going to come together. They are not going to come together. They can't stand. A house divided will not stand.
Will not stand, and that's house on sand will not stand.
No,
It's,
not at all. It's going
you
to
got to have some footing. And if everybody banded together, there's a lot of things that can be changed on this earth. I'm not just talking about in
100%.
America. I'm just on this earth. We can change a lot of things, but you got to have everybody on the same page.
Yeah, because if you don't pay your taxes, they're going to come and get you. If your neighbor don't pay their taxes, they're going to come and get them.
Yep.
But if
So everybody
don't
does
pay their
that.
taxes,
Right. Then you got to pick and choose a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
that's not going to say there won't be some casualties of war.
oh, they're going to be some
Because
casualties. what was that? 100 men versus a gorilla. Somebody gonna die.
Yeah, you
Someone's
might be
going
able to
to die.
subdue the gorilla, which is crazy. I don't even know why we're even,
I don't know.
why we're even talking about that. But at the same time, just for s and giggles, yeah, somebody's gonna have to get sacrificed.
Yeah.
A couple guys
But-
gonna have to run up and give their lives,
Yeah,
lay
they
their
gotta
lives
start.
down for
They got to
this.
start, but it's the guys in the back who have to stay with that. I mean, be motivated. You know what I'm saying? Everyone
Yep.
knew someone was going to die. Everyone knew someone was going to die, but
Yep.
they have to stay motivated. Same with taxes or whatever. You got to stay motivated. They're going to take some out. Absolutely, they're going to take some out.
But here's the thing: will you be there for your neighbor when that happens? That's the whole thing. Who's gonna have your back if you the one that gets singled out?
Well, they've already divided and conquered us.
Exactly.
And like I said, I'm not going to get political. I refuse to get political. But in the same vein, people say, you can take my gun from my cold, dead fingers. You ever heard that saying?
Oh yeah.
Until they're knocking on your door. Until they're
And let's-
banging down your door.
Marley, in the real world, they gonna take it if they want it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because we're divided. We're divided.
Yeah, they're gonna take it, and really, all these branches of military and stuff like that is ran by people. But
us as Americans have never had to fight a drone.
true.
You know what I'm saying? All of us,
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, we don't get political. We don't
I'm gonna say that about 4 or 5 times. We getting close. We get real close.
I'm just saying that, it's easy to chant slogans. It's easy to say, you know what I'm saying, cliche things until it happens, until
Boy.
it's actually knocking on your door. Now, I'm all for the people should have the power in government. It shouldn't be run by oligarchs or billionaires or anything else. I mean, because what do they know about the common man?
You getting close.
Absolutely nothing. I'm
You
getting
get
close,
close.
but I'm reeling it back in. But my thing is that I feel as though the government would be run so much better if it were run by the common man, because it's more common men than oligarchs.
But even in that same vein, if you will, stealing one of your slogans,
Yes, I do use that.
a common man can't run in this system.
Why not?
We don't have the money. We don't have the backing.
Yeah, it's all about money.
Yeah.
It's all about
So
money.
it doesn't matter which side of the coin you own. Like, if you don't have any fundraising, you're not getting
No,
in
you're
there,
done.
buddy.
You're toast.
You're done.
And you're not
it doesn't
even,
matter how good your message is, what plans
not
you
even
got. You're not even close. Okay.
You're not even
All right. So let's
avocado toast. You're just freaking
Yeah.
regular toast with no butter on it.
gotta have the butter if you're gonna have toast. I'm
No.
sorry.
No. Without money, no, you're just eating bread. But go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you right. You're not doing anything. So the funny thing is, like, I just look at this sometimes, and I look at us all rushing to get to work. All of us saving our PTO to go off on this dream destination for a week, then come right back to a job that is slowly killing us on the inside,
it's
or
killing us.
outside even. Because let's not even talk about how many lawsuits there are with you using deadly chemicals and stuff like that, and things of that nature. But I just look at it sometimes. I'm like, if we really wanted to change that scenario, we could. If we really wanted to have a
there's no
work-life
changing it.
balance, we
There's no
could.
changing it.
But we would have to all come together, and that's not going to
That's
happen.
what I'm saying. I'm
Yep.
a continual optimist. I always am a continual optimist, but it's not going to happen. I think it's too far gone. It's too far gone. It should have happened in the friggin' 20s.
I agree. Well, look, we can have a part 2 about this sometime and dive a little bit deeper. We can both, put on our tinfoil hats.
Yeah, because this is a
And
conspiracy theory. This is not even much of a conspiracy theory. It's just
No,
a
I
theory.
think at this point, this
It's
is
a
a
theory.
confirmed theory.
Yeah,
If that's
pretty
even a
much.
thing, I think it's a confirmed theory.
Pretty much.
But,
pretty much.
yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll stop it there. And I just want to tell y'all thanks for tuning in to the Trash Talk and Tall Tales podcast. We're now available on Spotify. And I'm James.
And I'm Marlon.
And we upload new videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Come check us out. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.